Good evening, everyone. This is Report of the Week, and this is VORW, the voice of the Report of the Week. It is Tuesday, November the 11th. So, yes, this is actually a rather recent, at least, VORW show. The first in many weeks, months, years, centuries. Right. That's how long my departure may seem. Realistically, though, it's just, well, alright. I'll give you credit. It's been a few weeks. Don't know if the last time we spoke, I don't know, maybe that was maybe October still. Late October, though. Maybe still October. Right? You're still getting a review or two out of me. Now the way things are right now, it's, production on my own end has slowed. But we still have a backlog of some pretty recent videos. So I still got those to keep me going, this channel at least, make sure things don't, go to a complete stop, complete and total halt, if you will. So at least we have that. Now, the primary purpose of this VOIW today, we're not going to really talk about anything else except for my health. Oh, you selfish, or whatever. Well, that's fine. But I think it's an issue that at least I've brought up some places. Some people may know about, what's going on with me. Some people may not. So I think things need to be cleared up, if anything, just to really, make it known, right, why I was gone for so long, what's going on, where does the future lie, really, to clear all that up and more in this short little show. It's not going to be that long, it's not going to be the full hour-long thing, just because it's been very, rather difficult for me to, sit here and really talk for an hour, uninterrupted, the way things are now. But we'll get into that, Alright. Well, when you say, my health, right, it could be taken both ways, right? It could be taken, obviously, by most people, well, I guess you're not feeling all that well, right? Are you alright? Is something going on? Or it can be taken by a select few that'll say, wow, you must be in so good health right now that you're just out and about doing all sorts of things that, you don't even have time to focus on your channel, right? Because you're just out there enjoying life so much. You're out there running marathons every single day, whatever. And I guarantee you my health is nowhere near tip-top shape in general, but, right here it's a bit worse than usual, right? The huge, as some like to call it. So, that's for sure, that's for certain. That I can say, undoubtedly. My health hasn't been the best. There are various problems. All of which I can deal with, but this most recent problem is a physical issue, right? I have all sorts of things, right? But this problem is a physical issue, and a rather debilitating one at times as well. It's been persistent continually for over 3 weeks. I think so. For about over 3 weeks, persistent continually. Before that, on and off for about a month. Alright? Now, there are other complications and other things, but the main issue is pain, right? P-A-I-N, pain, alright? Oh, toughen up. Well, I wish I could. But sometimes it's quite debilitating and crippling, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, anyways, the main issue that I've been dealing with is pain. What type of pain? Does your hand hurt or something? No, not that type. Mostly stomach pain. Not even stomach. It's in that, that whole region there, right? Where all the innards, right? All the organs are. Your midsection. Your torso. Not quite your torso. You know what I'm getting at. Internal. Usually comes in undulations. That's waves. Comes in waves. I'll be fine for a little while. Then, boom, it'll hit you. And it will be crippling. I mean, you can't think of anything. You can't do anything all you could do is pretty much just double over and, just wait for it to subside. And the first, the first week and a half, I think, I just had to put up with it. I thought, it'll pass, right? It will pass. So, that week came and went, and it was still with me, and everything else, and that didn't pass either. Now we're 3 weeks, and now I'm starting to get worried that, well, maybe it's chronic. Maybe this will be my new life from now on. And of course, if listen, worst case scenario, if I'm stuck with this for the rest of my life, I can deal with it. I'll build it into my schedule, right? I'd work around it. And it would work out. Let's not hope for that, but either way, right? It really is what it is. So, anyways, the main focus has been this pain. Very severe, very very crippling pain. Also been periods of exhaustion. But I don't know if that's connected. I don't know. I can't say if that is or isn't. But at least physically, the main thing is pain. There's a few other things, but mostly the main focus is pain, right? Big deal. Who cares about your pain? I want to get a review. Where's the VORW shows? Well, I understand. Maybe I'm a bit at fault here, too. I don't know. I can't say I'm free from blame here, because I'm not. Number one, I should have done a better job conveying this to the public. As soon as someone was bothering me and was interfering with my own health and, of course, my upload schedule, I really should have, posted updates regularly, and now I'm doing that, right? This is one of them, if you will. Let me just get up here and get some water. I'm in the basement here, and I got brought down a case of water bottles a little while ago. Let's see what brand this is. Never heard of this before. B water. This is just the basics. Purified water. Certainly not. Well, maybe it is the basics. Certainly looks like the basics to me. It's not one of those fancy, environmentally friendly bottles, so it's not saving any plastic at all. From where did it get? No, it's from CVS, so I guess it's CVS brand water. Drank over half the bottle. Excellent. Water is good for you. Well, anyways, where were we now? Right. So, I understand. Alright? And don't get me wrong, I do understand. Should have, kept you guys more in the know, if you will. But most of the time I don't like to talk about my health. It's just, it's just how people are. I'm just one of those people that doesn't. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but it's just how I am. So I gotta understand that. Regardless, now I'm mad about it, and I'm honest about it. And number two, you might be thinking, maybe you're thinking this. Maybe you aren't. But I'll consult the issue anyways. One may, be thinking, so, you got some stomach pain. Seriously. How is that preventing you from giving me my review, or my podcast, or whatever? I mean, seriously, what's wrong with you, dude? Just put up with it and make a video, okay? Well, I wish I could. I really do. It's not, the... Well, I guess it really is the pain itself. But it's also the sporadic nature to it, okay? When it strikes, it's debilitating, alright? Anything I'm doing, I really have to stop, because it's just that bad. Number two, it doesn't, it's not continuous. It comes at random. It comes in waves and at varying frequency. So, when it hits, does it hit? And there have been times where it's been, it'll come every 10 minutes. And there'll be other times I'll go 8 hours and not feel anything. I'll feel perfectly fine. So it's odd. Alright, it is. And no, the sniffling is not from that. I'm just a little chilly outside. I think it's the polar vortex that they say is coming. The polar vortex, that's an interesting word. Never even heard it since last year. I guess that's a new keyword, a new buzzword in the news media now. The polar vortex this, the polar vortex that. Instead of just saying it's going to get cold. No, the polar vortex is coming. We'll save that for another day. Anyways, where were we? So, yeah, I understand, but it's because, of the frequency that it comes at, where it's totally sporadic and totally random. Thankfully, when it does, when the pain does come, I'm not in pain for hours. I can just be in pain for, maybe a minute or two. But even then, it's still very, to say it nicely, unpleasant minute. Regardless, it's because of that. It would be a lot easier if, I could plan things out and I could say, alright, how about the pain comes at, maybe, 3:35 tomorrow, and then Wednesday, how about 7:10 p.m., It would be rather nice if you could schedule, when it would come, and you can work your day around that. But, unfortunately, that's not how things work yet, right? And, it's the truth. It's just not how it works. So, it's proven to be rather difficult filming a video. If one filming, right? Yeah, I could sit there, right? And maybe it'll come down to this eventually, but yeah, I could force myself to sit there, and I can be a little mope, right? And grin and bear it and deal with it. And maybe a time will come when that'll be what it is, but I won't tell you. Don't worry. Or it'll just go away. But the last thing that I want to do is end up filming a review, right? Almost done, and then boom, can't think, it's pain is back, I can't deal with it, and that would not look good. Likewise, the VORW show. Alright, that should be a little more self-explanatory. The VORW show is, about an hour-long podcast. I sit here at the microphone and usually talk for about an hour long. Right? Sometimes more, sometimes less. Usually about an hour. And I will talk about anything. A variety of topics. I'll talk about my day, right? What I did that day. How my week was, I'll usually talk about current events, news, weather. And then, of course, we'll have our mailbag show where we'll, discuss any fan mail that I get, which, oh boy, I'm sorry for you guys that you've sent me letters weeks ago and they still haven't been tended to, and trust me, I will get to them. I will. But, so keep that in mind. And then, of course, I could always, go on and discuss a lecture about various topics, anything that's on my mind, or it's suggested to me, right? So, all in all, it comes to be around an hour. Well, the things have been lately, it's nearly impossible to record an hour-long thing like that in one take, and I tried to record a show in last week, I think. Yeah, I think it was last week. Well, the problem was that, it came out to be nearly like 9 or 10 or maybe even 11 different audio files I had to put together, and by the end of it, it was just a choppy mess, and, I thought, well, should I put this up? No, I'm not going to. So I didn't. Now, that's the reason why. Hope you can understand. If you can't, I respect that. And always know that I respect that. I do. I respect your opinion, I respect your thoughts. Always know that. But that's why. And that's what happened to me. So, where will things go from here? Well, for the longest time I have said I'm not going to a doctor. Well, tomorrow I will be. I guess maybe later today if you're listening to this, but tomorrow afternoon, the 12th, I'll be going to a doctor. I will be. And we'll see where that goes from there. I'll tell him my case, what's going on, and, we'll take it from there. If I have to see a different doctor, if I have to see a specialist, if they freak out and they're like, oh my god, you have Ebola, well, then you'll see me on the news, but I really doubt that. So, I'll be going to the doctor tomorrow. We'll take it from there. Hopefully we'll get a diagnosis out of this. And even more important than a diagnosis, a treatment out of this. So, with that being said, that's a plan. That's a game plan. So that's the action we're going to take, and we're going to stick with it, and that will be that. So, let me know that the horizon is hopefully bright. And I'll find a way around this. I'll work around this. Because remember, I'm not lying there, 24/7, right, miserable. I'm not. So remember that, right? There are many a time during the day which I am still feeling good. Alright? So know that. So, I have no problem living my life, out of the medicine cabinet from now on. If I have to be taking, prescription drugs or pills or whatever for even years, build it into my schedule and I'll live with it. I'm fine with that. If it helps, then good. Then I'll do all I can to, help with this thing. And hopefully quell the problem. I don't know if that was the appropriate word for that. I hope so. Stop the problem, right? But that's what we're going to do. So, with that being said, no doubt about it, this channel is going to continue. I'll be making new videos. I'll try and make new VORW shows. We'll find a way. And we will. So, always remember that. This channel, it won't go away just because I'm not feeling good, right? Yeah, I may be taking breaks. I may take an extended absence here and there. But always know that this channel is still going to be here. Reviews are still going to be put up. VOW shows are going to still be recorded as frequently as I can record them. So, in short, Review Bruh ain't going anywhere. I'm here to stay. And maybe we're ready to throw a celebration party because you thought this was finally going to be the nail in the coffin for this channel, but now Review Bruh is still stuck with you. So, it is what it is, in my own words. With that being said, upload frequency, I can't give you a specific time frame. I cannot. It may range anything from 2 videos per week, 3 videos per week, 1 video per week, maybe a video every other day. I cannot tell you. So please just understand that the videos will come when they come, and understand the circumstances behind it. It's not just because I'm saying, oh, I'm so sick of this effing channel, I can't live with this. No, it's not that. So understand that I, hopefully you can understand that I do have, some sort of backing, right, behind this. At least some sort of logic that I'm trying to use here. So please keep that in mind. So, upload frequency, I'll still try and upload as often as I can. And understand that that the flow of content from me, while at times it may be slow, will never stop. So, always keep that in mind. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them to me via the YouTube mailing system, right? The YouTube inbox. Please send me a message, and I'll do what I can to answer any questions for you, and, just try and correspond with you. Alright? Thank you very much for listening. I hope I cleared up a few things for you, and hope to be with you, with this channel, in the future, right? Review will also be uploaded tonight. Hope you enjoy that very much. And if you are curious, even while I am feeling absolutely awful and horrible and terrible, and sometimes extremely exhausted, I still wear the suits. Today I'm going with the gray and white pinstripe double-breasted suit, a gray shirt, and a red and gray pattern tie. So, no matter what, that's my policy, no matter what's going on in my life, good or bad, the suits are always here to stay. So, maybe that'll make things better, who knows. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Hope you have a great day. Take care.